you be my neighbor? Please, won't you please? Please, won't you be my neighbor? Hi, neighbors, stalkers, demons, fallen, stalking buffoons, crime scum, robots, Satan's minions, sellout criminals, losers. I just came on to say hi. I hope y'all are enjoying the Truman Show. Hey, fellow TIs, Saints of the Most High, I just want to let y'all know how bad the targeting is since I uploaded that reptilian video, and also because this is a high watch witchcraft month till November 2nd, actually, because they're doing stuff on the 1st too. But also because I called out some witches and a bunch of other stuff. I have no fear. The only thing I have to fear is not doing the Lord's word. And I'm not a coward, and neither are any TIs. And these gang stalking buffoons and Satanists and witches, they're cowards, they're sellouts. And they're going to go into the pit, and guess what? We are going to see them as they're being judged. Yes, that is right. We are God's angels, and they are working for Satan's angels, the fallen. The fallen hate our guts. They're jealous of us. I want to give a shout out to Brother Timothy. I just listened to your video, and I didn't know you had a YouTube channel. I think it's just called Timothy. And if y'all want to check him out, he doesn't have very many subscribers. I think he might be new on YouTube. But he really hit the nail on the head. I've been saying that 3 times today, so I don't know if that has reference to Jesus being nailed to the cross. And we're carrying our cross, which is mighty heavy these days, for Jesus. But you know what, y'all? I don't know if you can tell. Even though it's annoying, and sometimes I can't hear myself think because of all the noise, that's why I'm yelling, they're out there again. I have joy, and I don't have any fear. They do. They don't have any joy. So let's just... Hopefully y'all can hear that. Anyway, so I had the witches casting spells outside my door, or out, across the street, looking in my window. I had the leaf blower in the backyard and then the side yard. I had the new construction site. They don't have any new buildings or old buildings to pretend to build on, so they've taken to drilling up the sidewalk that was perfectly fine with some sort of a saw. And then I had the that whatever the guy is with the whatever you call it, reflective vest on, yelling outside underneath my window. We'll just call the cops. And then I had the women saying, well, we'll have to try something different, because they're trying to scare us, y'all, because they can't touch God's elect. That's us, TIs. Just so you know who you are. How many people do y'all know that go through this? Probably none, because they keep us isolated. But guess what? It's a blessing, because the Lord has us strategically placed throughout the world. There's 144K of us, so we're sparsely spread out. So anyway, the next thing is it started sprinkling. I said, thank you, Lord. They stopped their drilling of the sidewalk with a saw, which I'm sure will continue. So now what do they have outside? They are putting up yet another pole. This makes 4 poles since I moved in. I've been here a month and a half. Now there's one on each side of the house, and yes, I've checked. They're nowhere else in the neighborhood. I'm not going to say they're not anywhere else in the city, but they're all concentrated right next to my apartment building. They've installed a police camera across the street facing my window and my door. It's actually more facing my door. And they've installed some sort of a camera, which y'all see, it's blue on top of a light pole. So I actually got them this time, and I actually had them videoed the last time, but they stole my phone, which they like to do about every 2 months. But here it is. Here's the latest. The reason why I'm coming on, no, I'm not fixated on it, but I feel like Steve, which is another TI, awesome saint, he and a couple other fellow TIs said we need to document this stuff just so people maybe can get a glimpse of it that aren't targeted, that may not be a part of it, that don't actually understand the extent of the harassment we deal with. This is all in a 4-hour period. This has all happened. So let me find it. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm not mad though, y'all. I actually have joy, but I really feel I need to document this. And also, if you're a new TI or you're just finding out, I believe we're all targeted from birth that are the 144K. But if you're newly awake to targeting, which is persecution, that's what it is, persecution of the saints. You might not recognize some of this stuff, or you might think you're going crazy, or it's just you, or you're having bad luck. No. Gloom, despair, and agony on me. Whoa, deep dark depression, excessive misery. If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Gloom, despair, and agony on me. Guess what? That's not what we sing, TIs. That's what these criminal game stalkers are going to sing. Their time is almost done. We have to endure this persecution for a time, and then we're free. We have joy and peace and everlasting life, and they go burn in the pit with their ugly demons that they're hanging out with, their demon buddies and their reptilians. The sleestack better get back. Clickety clack on the track. Lena's back. All right, so here it is.
It's still the 24th. It's getting to be hilarious. I'm trying to go in the back room, which is the bathroom, to ignore the noise. Now, what do we have out my window? What? AT&T, the other truck that I showed you on the last video.
If y'all notice, it's perfectly out my bedroom window.
And now they are setting up, yes, that's right, another pole. Only outside my window. And it started raining, so I guess that called off the construction, so they had to send these bozos. All this for one TI. That's how powerful we are, y'all. Yeah. So they stand outside screaming, and no doubt they will start being noisy. The other, as soon as they stop the other construction, where they're, oh, here we go. Y'all can actually see it, that I'm not even kidding. Here they are, outside my bedroom window, setting up another pole. I am not even kidding, y'all. I wish I could have a clearer picture, but hopefully y'all can see. And they scream and yell to let me know that it's going up. So now I've got 2 over here and 2 over there, plus a police camera. Let's just go
all of those
outside,
were constructed within a few
my
weeks of me
bedroom.
moving in here.
There's my bed.
Sorry, that's the
This is
squeaky
the,
door.
what do you call it? The red. Oh, here we go. Here we have one right here.
There she is,
Look at them.
getting on her bike.
Look at them swarm. I mean, y'all think I'm kidding? These are all demons.
This is every time I go out,
all
y'all.
demons. And there they are.
The whole neighborhood
Setting up
wears
the
red
middle.
all day.
So we
Even
have
the
now
kids.
2 here on this side, 1 right there that was set up, and this one here. We're putting a new one here. Then over here, that guy just ran the stop sign real loud, real fast. I guess he didn't want to get on camera. This new pole here. There we go again. And then that pole over there is also new. Then we have the new camera right here. We have the demon standing right here.
That's literally right down below my window.
And then over there, y'all can see it at night. I'll come back on and show y'all at night. They set up a police camera directly over there. Only on the street. I've looked all over the neighborhood. It's only right here. And then just as a heads up, they left this one Mardi Gras bead.
It's red is why I'm saying this. That's my targeting
so that
color.
I have to see it every day in front of my window. I guess and there's the criminal postman who also stalks me. Y'all think I'm kidding? I'm not. The postmen are part of the police are part of it. Anybody that's a city worker, hate to say it, they're part of it.
Any government worker, any city worker, anybody that's high up in any kind of high positions, they're all part of it, y'all. They've sold out to Satan. Their time is almost done. That's why they're acting like this. Look how many of them against just me. Just a poor woman with her tiny little 5-pound dog that they threaten all the time. Oh, she's 13. She's about to die. Oh, she doesn't have much time left. Oh, that's old. Golly, she's old. Who says that to somebody except for these creature reptilians? They're trying to instill fear. Don't believe it. They can't touch us. But I did want to come on and say, give y'all a heads up to watch your pets over this next week. When you let them out to go to the bathroom, keep an eye on them. They poisoned my yard before, and I came on and asked y'all for prayers. And that was the first time I ever asked for help. I'd been on 1.5 years on YouTube. So this was about 1.5 years ago, because I've been on 3 years this month. And I'd never asked for any help. And I didn't know what to do. And I needed to take her to the vet. And a couple of y'all came and helped me. No vet would take her. No vet. 4 different vets, and those were the only vets where I lived. I lived in Santa Fe, New Mexico at the time, and there was no vets that would take her. And I just found that bizarre. Now, Sis Tina, shout out to you. She's being denied help from her pups. I believe this is a blessing in disguise, y'all, because the vets are also sellouts. They almost killed my dog, Beignet, twice. This was before I was completely awake. The first time they gave her a supposed rabies shot. Why does she even need a rabies shot? She's never out of the house unless I'm with her. No rabid animal's going to get her. It's all part of their idea to try to kill our pets. And she almost died from it. I prayed and prayed and prayed, and the Lord healed her. Then the second time was way more obvious. She had something caught in her throat. After biking, because I couldn't drive and no one would help me, to 2 different vets who both denied her, I finally got to another vet that saw her, and they acted like I was overreacting while my dog's choking, right? And I'd been biking around for over an hour trying to get help. And she said, oh, no, just give her these pills and she'll be well. Now I look back, I'm like, why does she need pills for something that was choking her? So I get her home, and they said chop the pill up and give it to her in her food. She almost died. Her heart started racing really, really bad. She started like shaking. Her eyes bugged out. She wouldn't blink. She looked so frightened. She was like that for hours. And all I was doing was crying and praying and praying and crying. Call the vet, call the vet. Finally, I get the emergency thing, and they said, oh, well, she'll be okay. Just watch her, and then because you're supposed to give it to her twice a day, and then for the next one, just give her a little less. I said, you've got to be kidding me. I'm not giving her a little less. Something's wrong. So they refused to help me on the phone, and so the next morning when the vet opened, I biked down there 5 miles and showed them the pill. The receptionist guy, I don't think he was part of it. He's a really nice guy, and when he saw the pill, his eyes bugged out. He looked not only frightened, but shocked. He grabbed the pills out of my hand and threw them in the trash. Yeah, no apology or anything. This is what they do. So I believe that if we're not allowed to see vets, maybe it's the Most High protecting us. Not maybe. I know there's a reason for everything. And after I couldn't see the vet, I asked y'all to please all pray for her after they had poisoned her. And the Lord healed her. It took like a couple days, but he did heal her. But I had to stay in faith. We are to have faith in the midst of the storm, and our Father will protect us. Satan's not going to protect his minions. You witches and Satanists and gang stalkers that are doing this evil and working for these sleestacks. That's what I'm going to start calling these reptilians. Satan hates your guts too. He hates all humans. If you are human, a lot of you gang stalkers are demons. But you that aren't, that know what you're doing, he's gonna laugh as you burn in the pit with him. And guess what? TIs, we're gonna be judging angels. We are angels judging the fallen angels. And they know it, and they hate our guts. Okay, y'all. So prayers for everybody. I'm not focusing on them. but I really feel I need to document this because something is going on. Also, incidentally, this is very odd. The whole time I've lived here, the other two gang stalking buffoons, Satanist witches that had no qualms talking about getting together for a gathering, which is a witchcraft thing, they said that to each other in me in earshot. They have not left here. They stay here. None of them work. They supposedly work, but they never leave. The only time they leave is when I walk out the door. They'll drive by to follow me, but they're always here. One may leave for a little bit, maybe to go to the grocery or something, but the other one's always here. Then if the other one leaves, the other one comes here. There has never been a time that I have been in this building being alone until today while this started. So I don't know what they're planning. I told y'all that they busted in my place. I'll show y'all again the door in case you didn't see it in the last one. After they stole my wallet with my last little bit of money for food, with my ID in it, making sure I can't escape, I guess, I came home to this. This is the inside of the door. This was not like this before. So they had come in the apartment. I don't really have anything to steal other than the laptop. Laptop was still here, but I smelt gas. And a couple days later, because I didn't have money for food for a couple days, told one of you, Saint of the Most High sent me $50, and I was able to get food last week for Beignet and I. So long story short, the whole reason, I'm not trying to make y'all feel sorry for me because I know we all have some people have severe health problems and a lot of us are hit with every single thing. But what I'm saying is the reason why I didn't know that they had done this is because I didn't cook for a couple of days. And then when I went to use the stove, none of the burners came on. The only way they can be turned off with the gas still on is if somebody comes in and physically does it. And the day I came in and saw that the door was like that was the day I smelt the gas. So that's when they did that. So who knows if they're going to try to blow up the building. I find it interesting that I've got flyby helicopters nonstop since uploading that Angels Against Demons, Reptilians video that I just uploaded, and all these different things that are going on outside, and they just installed a new pole. So just heads up. I don't have any fear though. I know that if I'm meant to go, that I go home. I know that if I'm not, that the Lord will instruct me, and that's how y'all need to be. You need to stay closer to the Lord than ever in this final hour, because we are God's elect, true targeted individuals, and they hate us. They are so jealous of us. It's the separation of the wheat from the tares. Hold on. Anyway, the separation of the wheat from the tares, and the tares are about to be burnt. So, fire, fire, liar, liar, pants on fire, tares. Okay, I love y'all. No fear, y'all. We're about home. We're about to go home. We're about to fly like an eagle. Okay, I love everybody, family. Thank you so much. Anybody that can help out, even with just $20 or whatever, it adds up. A couple of y'all donated over the last month. I really, really appreciate it. I know y'all think 10 or 20 isn't a lot, but it helps me to survive. I will survive. And I'm believing that we're all going to be home soon and we're all going to get to meet each other. And you who are donating, you will be blessed for this in the next life. Some of us, there's a few TIs that are blessed with income. Most all of us have been made homeless, or like they're trying to drive me out of here right now. And I've been homeless off and on for the last 2 years, but we've either been made homeless or penniless or both. Most of us have no relationships. We're isolated. Our family is some of our biggest persecutors. And so all we have to lean on is the Most High, and that's all we need, and He will provide. But some of y'all, the few that have been blessed with income, I believe that that's part of y'all's calling, is to help other targets, other believers in Christ that don't have anybody. So we each have a different mission, all right? Me with my big mouth, that's part of my mission, is to be outspoken, call these gang stalkers and witches out. Do it in kindness, though, not, you're going to burn. like I did a couple of years ago. I said that one time, but I just had enough. But anyway, I've learned from it. But I kind of said it in a funny way, but still, I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, wrote a song about it. Like to hit, go. Okay, I love y'all. Keep on your mission. The Lord is revealing our missions more and more, and He's revealing who's who. I don't know about y'all, but I can smell these gang stalkers and these witches a mile away. I've been able to do that for several years, but it's like heightened. Like I don't even have to look at them. They can be a block or two away from me walking, and I'll feel their evil coming up. So anyway, we are blessed to be chosen by the Most High. I love y'all. I'm out. And let's see what happens next. It's not dark yet. I'm sure it'll get worse after dark. Bye-bye.